Y'all already know. I really did want Syracuse to win tonight. Fran Brown, man, the opportunity was right there. The opportunity was right there, y'all. They could have won this game tonight. They scored right at the end. Well, right close to the end of the fourth quarter to take the lead. To take the lead at the crib, they had it. Now, if I could take one play back from this whole game, it would be when the quarterback and the tight end, wasn't on the same page. The quarterback threw it, thinking the tight end was going to break to the outside. The tight end went to the inside. The safety started, broke to the outside, picked it off, cribbed it. Pick six. That pick six, them 6 points, and pretty much the extra point made it 7. Those 7 points gave Stanford basically that win to me. Now, yes, I'll break it down to y'all, and we'll walk through it. But, and I told y'all earlier today, I watched Stanford last year preparing for Colorado. Even when we was dogging them at halftime, I just told you it didn't look right and feel right because I know that coach got a great offensive scheme. I ain't saying it's a great offensive scheme, but at Sacramento State, it was on fire. So I know he's bringing that with him to Stanford. And just how I know they played, but then when they came back and beat us, we still should have won, but they wide receiver got hot. Well, that same wide receiver made some big plays when it counted. Number 13, EA, that boy had 7 catches, 87 yards, and 1 TD. But that touchdown catch was amazing. And the catch to put him in field goal position pretty much won the game. If Syracuse defense could have stood up on that last drive, they had the game. Syracuse, maybe Fran Brown them needed that because maybe they were feeling like, oh, well, we got something, which they do. But maybe they needed that hit to the chin, bam, right at the crib to say, hey, cut this garbage out, win the game. Run it. Now, they should have, they wouldn't have thrown more than they normally throw. Syracuse. I ain't going to say that, but they should have ran it some more. They ended up with 27 runs. Not 27 runs, my bad. 17 runs, y'all. They could have let Allen run it more than he did. They could have let the youngster Willis run it more than he did. And McCoy, matter of fact, actually, they only had 12 carries because McCoy ran 5 of them, but he did run for a TD. Dog, Syracuse had the game. But again, Stanford is a team. Are they going to be a contender in the ACC? I think Syracuse and Stanford gonna shake up the ACC. But in the end, Stanford has been there, done that in close games, and they pulled it out. For some reason, Stanford knows how to pull out a close game at somebody else's field. They just got it. Let me see what they got next. All right. Oh, and they should have beat TCU in a close game. So Stanford could be 3-0. But it's all right. It's all right. But again, they could be the same record they are now because Syracuse could have beat them and they could have beat TCU. You know how that goes. All right, next week they got Clemson. Then they got Virginia Tech. Then they got Notre Dame. Notre Dame tricky. I don't know what to really say about them, but I hope Notre Dame beat them. Stanford, I know I'm sorry. It's just, yeah, I'm just sorry, y'all. But I do respect y'all. I think y'all Stanford, I think y'all got some. They got Clemson next week. We gonna see how that game goes. They got Virginia Tech right after that. Then Notre Dame right after that. SMU, I don't really know how they are just yet. Wake Forest look like they just keep giving up their wins. North Carolina State was bragged on at the beginning of the season. They got tossed like a little doll out there Louisville. So the next 3 games will really show us what Stanford is about. The next 3 games. Clemson, Virginia Tech, Notre Dame. Even though Virginia Tech lost to Vanderbilt, and then Vanderbilt turned around and lost to Georgia State and all that, I still think their next 3 games will show you where they at. Let me see what Syracuse got next. I believe they got a sold-out game versus Holy Cross, which they should win. I think Stanford has played just like Nebraska. They're going to have 4 straight home games. Now, Syracuse, they need to win this game versus Holy Cross next week, which they should. But the week after that, on a Friday, ooh, I might have to watch that. On a Friday, they got to play UNLV at the Raiders Stadium, the Raiders Dome. And UNLV, they like that. So, Fran Brown should be 3-0 tonight, but he wasn't. Next week, they should beat Holy Cross. I'm going to go really study them. Well, not study them, but I'm going to go look. They should beat them. And then they're going to have a tough one at UNLV. Then they got North Carolina State, which still, well, they got a bye week. Then they got North Carolina. No, they don't. No, they don't. They play that straight, too. So they got North Carolina State, then Pitt. So pretty much, at the Holy Cross, every game going to be pretty like a dog fight, maybe except for UConn. It's game on. Fran, they had it packed out. The dome was crunk. The dome was ready. Let me see how the scoring went. Let me give y'all the scores, how the scores went. All right, let me see. They got a main wide receiver, like I told y'all. TP had 10 catches. Now, you know who went on fire tonight? They tight end. I don't know what got in the OG head. That penalty that he got on the play. It looked like it took him out the game, man. He wasn't himself. He normally do his thing. But Kyle McCord threw 2 picks. 1 pick 6 and the other pick. That ain't really like him. The pick 6 really hurt. Dogs, Syracuse should have had this game. Oh. But can't take nothing away from Stanford. They got a squad. They solid right now. D-Bell, yeah, EA. Yeah, that boy be making plays. D-Bell, you said EA should have been doubled instead of single. He should have, but man, I be trying to weigh it out. Like, if I'm the DB, I know they throwing at him. Do I get in his face or do I play off and say, hey, linebacker or safety, spot me on the slant off the post come, and like they try to hit it real quick. Spot me on that. I'm gonna go out the fade. I don't like when DBs really turn their back to the quarterback. I know sometimes in coverage it lends for you to do that, but I prefer you to see the wide receiver, quarterback, see both of them. So if he run a fade route, you on top of it. If he run a post, you just break on it. But it is what it is. I just want to jump on here and tell y'all about that, man. Syracuse should have had it, should be 3-0. Then, Stanford saying that they should be 4-0. It is what it is. Yeah, Monet, them two, that pick 6 really hurt them. The pick 6 really hurt them because that put points on the board. Like that, like instantly. That ain't even the offense scoring. That's the defense putting points on the board. So you take that pick 6 back, that's game. Or they'd have had to really drive down and try to score to win the game. Nope. Nah. Yeah. That probably was game. Or they had to drive down to score to get the game. But hey, either way, Stanford is on the come up and Syracuse on the come up. They both got some teams they got to show if they like that, they like that. If they not, It is what it is. Wish both the best. Y'all know I'm be tuning in to Syracuse, seeing what they about anyways. Especially Friday night games, and we gonna watch them. Hey, holla.